Dog walker in New York City. I take 'em on a stroll along the only green I see. We sleep at the movies and we get a bite to eat. We roll around the subway to the street. I'm a dog walker in LA, baby. We climb up to the Hollywood sign and we cry out to the sea. We send out letters to our friends atop the trees. They're a page. I think they're pretty neat to play and for the panelists and a screen that counts for me, defining what it means to succeed. Don't know where we're going.
Sunny skipped down her street as she followed her feet. Past boys racing by, they don't see